Fletcher. Snodgrass. Snodgrass. Could cross it here. That's a throw. That's gone a long way up and away. Can he put it away? Oh, great save, real class.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with. Sometimes that's exactly the requirement to give you the early edge. Now for more.
And the finish! Ball's out on the left now. He's had a shot! That is wayward.
Well, Peter, he clearly felt he was being invited to shoot, and it wasn't the worst decision he could have made. Yeah, early stages, I know, Peter, but there's a show of forward thrust here. They're oozing belief.
Snodgrass plays it into the channel. Going for goal! Looking to shoot! Goal! Scotland! Kasper Schmeichel reacted well to the initial effort, but couldn't get it right out of the danger area.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Well, just listen to the reaction. I think you can hear the approval from the support all around the stadium.
Ericsson. Kjaer. Good run down the left. What can they make of it? So what now? Denmark are seeing plenty of the ball at the moment, but still they trail. Decent clearance now. Can anyone get on the end of it? Oh, that's neat. Has a hit! It's in!
Unbelievable. Well, that's something that'll make the manager proud, because they dug in deep then and they've got their leveller. Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
Denmark grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus and then bang, you're pegged back again.
The ball's come loose and the chase is on. Driving on, he could shoot here. Ericsson. Tries running with the ball at his feet. Forward it goes. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And that's going to be a booking. out in the nick of time. Good clearance and very necessary. And the flag has stayed down. Aimed long and direct. Decent progress down the left. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Hoists it high. Done very well to intervene. That's put paid to a promising move. Ericsson. Keeps everyone guessing. Laudrup brings it out wide. Can he put it away? Fletcher. Fletcher. And it's half-time here. Genuinely interesting game here. Very, very watchable. 2 goals, 1 each. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant. And as for the managers, check your heart rate.
It's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. So it's back to business. It's a good run down the right. Where could this lead? He's left his man. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. Denmark have been awarded a penalty. A lot of furious gesticulation, but it is never going to make the referee overturn a decision.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though.
Ball on the spot. Can he? The comeback is complete. That's as calm as you like.
Well, that's the way to take a penalty. Stand up, pick your spot, and blast it home.
Denmark go into the lead.
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
Tries to... And the finish! In it goes!
Oh, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal and just got caught napping.
It's ruffled a few feathers, but well done. Can he score?
That's a cracking strike, and it may have stung the palms of the keeper.
That's a good surge he's making from right back. It's a fine run and he's happy to keep going. There are a few waiting for... Has a swing at it! Saved only by poor finishing.
They're probably getting frustrated by the lack of chances, I suppose.
Fletcher battles to win it back. Almost an hour gone. Driving on, a real charge here. And that has been clubbed away. Can't get the better of his opposite number. Could move up a gear here. Yard charges in. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Out to the left it goes. Just brushed off the ball there. Going through. Up for the header! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
It so nearly came off for him.
Well, Peter, I think it's fairly obvious. He's one of the biggest influences out there.
Loose. And he's shown it, shoots! Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Gets it back. It's a great gallop down the right-hand side. It's a loose ball. Great overlap from left back. Aimed in towards the centre. Struck first time. Just too high.
Denmark really have been deserted by their composure and allowed frustration to take over, and it's not a good sign.
To get it forward quickly. It's a promising ball. He's had a shot! Size all around the ground. Horrible miss.
You get the feeling that whoever scores the next goal here will be the winners of this tie. They can't afford to waste chances like that, though.
Oh, he really wanted that.
Yeah, he's been at the centre of a lot of things, hasn't he? Mostly good, I should add.
He's on his way.
Scotland merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Great strength, too strong for his opponent.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. Aimed low and direct. Can he finish? Header! Goal! Scotland! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Snodgrass duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Oh, players like this fella almost have a sixth sense to get themselves in such great poaching positions. How quick-minded was that?
Scotland complete their comeback, and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
And the ball's come out! Denmark to make one last surge forward. Laudrup. Laudrup! Added time is up. And there goes the whistle. Denmark are stunned. They controlled it, they led, but somehow they lost. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Look, Peter, a strength in any team has to be at the heart of your defence, and I'm afraid they were found wanting in that department.
Thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.